Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Why do I always resort to a duck sound at the end of that? I don't know. It's a habit at this point. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe it's the power of science. Maybe that's the reason why I sound like a duck every episode now. Ugh. Gosh, what a mystery indeed. The glint in her eyes is getting brighter by the second. Does that mean it's been getting brighter by the second for 24 hours? Oh my gosh, Emma, have you just turned into the sun? You must be extremely bright at this point. Excuse me. Let's start by examining that ladder over there. Based on Miss Hart's picture, the person in the red raincoat headed towards that ladder. Chances are something will turn up when we check there. Yeah, that's probably true. Just touch anything you want to examine. If you do that, you'll be able to spray the luminal reagent at it. Yay, thanks for doing it for me. If there's a blood stain on the spot where you're sprayed, you'll get a reaction like this. Even so, ugh, no matter how many times I see blood stains, they're always so gruesome. There's a blood reaction here, but it's kind of faint. Let's spray it with luminol 2 or 3 more times, so it'll be nice and clear. Yeah, I gotta make it super clear. You can see it clearly now. It looks even more gruesome than before. It's just freaking white. Why does it look gruesome? It's more gruesome when it's red, if you ask me anyway. Do you understand how it looks for bloodstains now? There are probably a few more bloodstains here, so why don't you give it a try, Mr. Edgeworth? Alright, okay, I got you. Boom, 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 blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, wow, bloodstains. Search the rest of the storeroom for bloodstains just like that. First, let's look for a place to spray the luminol reagent. Okay, let's luminol here. Please examine the places you want to spray luminol on. So, these areas? You want to examine this spot? Unfortunately, there were no reactions here. Aww. That's too bad. Mr. Edgeworth, you already examined that bloodstain some time ago. Come on, let's go look for new bloodstains. Why is she so enthusiastic about this? Because luminol and bloodstains and junk like that? Alright, I want to examine this, please. Nothing! Oh, man! Oh, gosh, no! No! Spray luminol on every suspicious... Jeez! Let's spray luminol on every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Why does everyone do it? It's not the same when everyone else does it. Blah, 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 blah. There's a bloodstain right there. Mr. Edgeworth, there's a bloodstain here too! However, why is there a bloodstain in a place like this? Maybe something that had blood on it was stored inside. Yeah, I do wonder. Bloodstain in a costume trunk. A bloodstain was found inside the costume trunk at the storeroom. Mr. Edgeworth, there are places we still haven't checked yet. So let's continue our investigation. Uh-huh. I'll believe it. I will believe it. What about this thing? No? Okay. I believe it. What could there be? I was going to say, where the heck did Kay and Ray go? But they are right there on the right side of the things. There's no reaction. The money? Gosh dang. Hey, you can't spray luminol on people. Yes, of course. I knew that. What, so I can't talk to them at all? I mean, excuse me. Yes, of course, I knew. I couldn't even skip that. Why not? And unfortunately, no reactions here either. What about the suitcase? Mr. Edgeworth, I didn't find anything, you know? Alright, find the elevator. You want to examine this spot? Uh-huh. Let's just spray the luminol on every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Nothing on the buttons? Oh. Nothing else, huh? Okay. You got it. Mr. Edgeworth, there's a reaction. It's a blood stain. But why in a place like this?
Perhaps this is where the murder took place.
Ah! It looks like some of the blood dripped down to the floor below.
Wait, how can you tell?
It's not like I can just spray luminol down there. Blood on the hidden lift. Data jotted down to my organizer. A blood stain was found on the hidden lift. Blood seems to have dripped down to the floor below. Looks like we found all the blood stains in the storeroom.
It seems we have investigated the storeroom sufficiently.
Okay, now what? Now what do we do? What is left? Blood in the hidden lift. What a splendid blood stain.
I don't think there is anything splendid about blood stains.
Of course there is. You see, even blood stains have various... Why is she still talking while he's going dot 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 dot? You see, scientifically speaking, blood is a red liquid that is kind of thick, but sometimes can be a little thin. It really depends on the composition of the human. It really depends on the time of day too, the time of the week, the time of the month, the time of the year. I mean, it all matters, and sometimes it changes, and it makes things really weird. And I don't know really how to talk about blood, but it's really fascinating sometimes. It's kind of disgusting, really. And it can have all sorts of diseases in it. And you better not touch it when it has those certain diseases in it. It's really disgusting. You shouldn't really do that. I wouldn't recommend it, in fact.
Oh my gosh, would she please stop talking already? Dot 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 dot.
Scientifically speaking, wait, are you even listening, Mr. Edgeworth? In fact, it may be called a luminol test, but...
By the way, Emma, I would like to return to the investigation soon.
What? But I'm not even halfway through my explanation yet.
All that, and she's not even halfway through.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Gosh dang, I am tired, apparently. If that wasn't already obvious, but... My goodness, I am so tired. What the heck? Let's see, Lotta, what do you got to say about blood?
Did you not notice this blood stain?
Oh, did you find that with that Lumina what's it?
Yes. It's likely that the culprit tried to cover up the crime scene.
I didn't even notice that at all. Did that happen when I wasn't looking? Because you know I didn't actually see the moment of the murder myself.
Indeed. You were cowering in fear at the time, were you not?
I'm a journalist here. I was hunkering down to protect my scoop. I reckon I was snug as a bug behind that alley Fred statue.
That's precisely what I mean by cowering in fear.
Or is it? Maybe it isn't what you meant by that. Maybe you meant it's some other way, perhaps. Alright, what do you got to say about blood, Kay? I mean, you're probably like, oh my gosh, I don't like blood at all. It's terrible. Keep it away from me, please. And I kind of forgot he doesn't talk. So...
Scientifically speaking with myself.
Oh, I have logic? Apparently I do. So where was the body hidden? Okay. Okay, that's an easy one. At least this time around I don't have to wait like 10 minutes to figure it out. Which means you don't have to suffer through it either.
The reason why we found a bloodstain in the costume trunk is because the murderer hid the body in that box.
What who won the bid for it? The trunk, I mean.
That I don't know. In a certain way, everything worked out exactly as someone wanted.
Hold it, hold it. It couldn't have been in that dressing box.
What do you mean?
When I first came down here, that box caught my eye too. It was just the right size and would have made the perfect hiding place. That's what I thought anyway. But I couldn't get the dang thing to open. It had been wrapped up real tight with lock chain. What would have happened after that? To find a body in there would have been impossible, you know?
A chain wrapped around it. That's a bit strange. Right now it doesn't seem to be locked up at all.
Huh?
That's weird. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me or something. Costume trunk data jotted on my organizer. The killer hid the victim in this box. A blood stain was found inside. And with that, I believe we have examined everything there is to examine here. Every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Well then, let's head on down. Oh, have we decided on our next destination? Hey, Kay. Yes, Mr. Shields? We wouldn't want you to get lost, so make sure you stay real close to Uncle Ray, Kay. Right, I'll follow you closely, Mr. Shields. These two. Since when did they get along like that? Since always. Investigation complete. Going down. We have reached the bottom. April 5th, 7:43 p.m. Grand Tower PIC meeting room. What? Mr. Edgeworth! And they're all like, what the heck? Why the heck are you here? This place is... Is this the auction hall? I mean, obviously it was going to be the PIC meeting room. Where else would the heck would it be? No, it's the meeting room from before. How nice of you. Wait, how the freaking heck did I do this voice again? How nice of you to drop in, Kay Faraday. ... You've got some guts. Hey, you guys, arrest her. Arrest her. Wait, Kay is... As for the rest of the riffraff, just show them out the door. Okay. This is tyranny! Yeah, it's tyranny, pal! Miles, this is kind of bad. Why are they just slowly closing in? I mean, what the heck? The light of justice shines down. Ah! Holy, whoa, youch! Nice to know that Francisca's still here. Why, me too? Oh, that's strange. I was aiming for that weak ex-prosecutor. You were clearly aiming at me. Maybe something got in my way. Particularly... Right around there. Francisca. Just what do you think you're doing here, ex-prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? I do not believe that Kay is the culprit behind this incident. But is an ordinary man without investigation rights. What you say does not matter. I am Francisca von Karma. I will never stop moving forward. However you choose to quit, the outcome of our battle has already been decided. I cast away my badge because it became a millstone around my neck. I shall continue moving forward even without it. The path I walk will surely lead to the truth. My actions are driven by that belief, and that is something which will never change. So you're saying that you've found the path to the truth? Then show it to me. What is that path? Proves to be a foolish one. It will not survive my whip. Okay, whatever. Francisca's logic. The victim used her keycard and entered this room with the culprit. Then the culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra, killing her. Shouldn't the letter make it obvious who the culprit is? Of course, the crime scene was right here in this room, the PIC meeting room. Sure. The room is the blood stain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Miss Von Karma seems really confident, doesn't she? I see. She's a fiery one, isn't she? I don't mind a feisty cutie, so how about an introductory hug? Never say that again! How repulsive! Well, Miles Edgeworth, can you break my logic? If you truly have no intention of stopping here, prove it to me with evidence. Very well. I'll show you, Francisca. The evidence that paves my path. My path is certain. Rebuttal, Francisca's logic. The victim used a keycard and entered the room with the culprit. We'll see about that. We shall see. Indeed, if it is true or not. I am hearing a police siren outside my apartment. That is terrible. That's cool. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. What am I talking about? Middle part 2. What? We're not even middle part 3 yet. What? This can't be. Was there nothing suspicious about the security system? The meeting room security is perfect, much like my logic. There is no room for doubt. Your logic isn't as perfect as you think. In any case, your opinion does not change. No, it hasn't. I'm so tired. How could it happen? Here's the victim and the culprit into the room together. Then the culprit stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabra, killing her. Did the victim's wounds match up with the candelabra? The victim's chest was pierced in 3 places simultaneously by a sharp metal object. Is there anything else that you could have done in such a thing? That should all be written in Dr. Young's autopsy report. So you're sure that the murder weapon was the candelabra? Oh my gosh, the candelabra. Exactly. As for who the culprit is, shouldn't the letter make it obvious who the culprit is? Do you have anything to confirm that the letter was actually sent by Kay? Are you proposing it was forged by the real criminal? Well, that's a possibility anyway. That possibility was dismissed some time ago. There were no traces of forgery in the letter. Of course, there were no other traces besides Kay Faraday's, and the victim was found in the way. Wait. There were no other traces besides Kay Faraday and the victim? Oh, okay. I see. And the victim found in the letter. Are you saying you found Kay's fingerprints in the letter? The only fingerprints we found belong to the victim. In other words, you can't really say that Kay is the culprit. Didn't I just say that the possibility of a forgery has been dismissed? The letter was originally sent by Kay Faraday. Therefore, it is only natural to assume that she is the culprit. Of course, the crime scene was right here in this room, the PIC meeting room. Do you have any proof that the crime took place in this room? If only karma is perfect in every way. Perhaps you forgot that when you gave up your badge. The proof is in the blood stain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Have we determined who the blood actually belongs to? Jeez! Oh my gosh. The blood analysis confirmed it belonged to the victim. The yawns are becoming more and more frequent. Just because the blood stain was found here doesn't mean that was with the scene of the crime. You forget. Oh my gosh. You forget, Miles Edgeworth, that in court evidence is everything. So prove it! If you believe this room is not the crime scene, show me the evidence that proves it. Evidence that shows where the crime took place. We may not be in court, but I'll show her the truth. I just said we may not. Oh my god, what the freaking heck. Miss Von Karma isn't showing any openings. Moreover, however, I mean, there is one fact that we know that she does not. She's not the only ones that we can perform the scientific investigations. And therein lies the proof. The path to the truth I've found. Alright. Okay, this one. Of course, the crime scene was right here in this room, the PIC media room. So it has to be the blood hidden on the lift, or the costume trunk. The killer hid the victim in this box. A bloodstain was found inside.
Wait a second. Proof of the bloodstain we found here in the meeting room. That settles it, Miles Edgeworth. Alright. Well, here we go. Perhaps, you know, it dripped down to the floor below and we went down to the floor below, so boom. Objection! I got you, Francisca.
If memory serves me correctly, the blood in the meeting room was found in front of the statue of Lady Justice, was it not?
There better someone before Lady Justice. This culprit knows no fear.
I wonder about that. Have a look at this piece of evidence. Blood was found in the storeroom right above the meeting room. As you can see, there are signs that it has dripped down onto the floor below.
You know, I think this is gonna have to be another short episode today. Like, basically, as soon as we hit 30 minutes, I'm probably gonna have to end this again. Ah, jeez. No 31, no 32, no 33, no 40, no 50, no 1 hours, none of that stuff. It's probably gonna be just like 30 minutes, and as soon as it's even remotely convenient, I'm probably gonna end it. Because I am freaking tired right now.
And right under the lift is...
the statue of Lady Justice!
Then you understand the murder did not take place here. The killer murdered the victim in the storeroom and then moved the body to this room. What Lady Justice witnessed was a coward trying to conceal their crime, and not the moment of the murder. She's smiling.
Pardon me, I just remembered the conversation quite similar to this one. As I expected, Miles Edgeworth, such naivety couldn't possibly be an act. Just how is Mr. Edgeworth naive? Youch! Have you forgotten, or are you just playing the foolish fool? The amount of blood in the meeting room is clearly greater than in the storeroom. Ah, please don't hit me and ignore me. Yarg! Such a large amount of blood couldn't have simply dripped from the floor above. You never know. And even if it had, there should have been much more blood left behind in the storeroom.
Well, maybe it was cleaned up. You never know.
The matter could not have occurred anywhere else than this meeting room.
You're as predictable as always, Francisca.
What?
The difference in the amount of blood is just as you say. The question is, why does such a difference exist?
That issue is trivial. I've already explained it with my perfect logic.
In that case, how do you explain the blood that was found in the storeroom? I don't suppose you're going to tell me that it somehow sprayed all the way up there.
Like a water fountain. No way.
Exactly. It's impossible. In other words, the reason for the difference in the amount of blood is... the amount of blood in the meeting room and the storeroom are different because...
the amount of blood in the meeting room and the storeroom are different because... oh my gosh, I can't even read this right now. The weapon was pulled out here. She was stabbed here. She was stabbed in the storeroom. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. That would make sense, maybe. She was stabbed here. Maybe. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Let me think about this real quick. The way we pull it out here. Okay, that might make sense. The candelabra was here. She was stabbed here. No, that would not be right. She stabbed in the storeroom. That wouldn't make any sense either. I'll say that.
The victim died of a stab wound. Naturally, there would be a significant amount of blood loss.
That's obvious just from looking at the blood stain. But that's so weird. She was attacked in the storeroom, but there was less blood than... GOG! Thanks, Francisca. I really would have liked to read all of that. Silence!
You third-rate prosecutor! But I'm the best! Gah!
Do you know when you lose the most blood after getting stabbed with a sharp object?
Ah, I know! It's when the sharp object is pulled out, right?
Precisely. After being stabbed with the candelabra, the body was moved to the meeting room. And then the murder weapon was pulled out right here in this very room. That would account for the difference in the amount of blood that was left behind.
But why would the culprit go through all that trouble?
Most likely to give the impression that the murder occurred in the meeting room. Maybe. It seems Miss Crane's keycard was used last night. But based on the time of use, it must have been a ploy by the culprit to mislead us. In all likelihood, it was the culprit who used the keycard to enter the meeting room.
Why would the culprit have needed to do that?
Perhaps they feared that the storeroom would be found out during the investigation.
I find it very suspicious that Justine Courtney is not here right now. Like, very, very suspicious.
If they were involved in the auction, they would not have wanted to become public.
Meeting room blood data jotted down in my organizer. A pool of blood found in the meeting room. Was it left behind to hide the storeroom's existence? The auction, you say?
Perhaps you should go upstairs and see for yourself what items are on display. I'm sure that it will allow you to understand what occurred here.
Impressive, Miles Edgeworth. You're willing to go that far to protect her.
There's something big lurking behind the scenes of this case. Kay simply got caught up in it.
You're exaggerating.
Am I now? More than anyone, I would think you'd understand the significance behind all this. Why would you, a prosecutor working with Interpol, be involved in a domestic case? Wasn't your objective to crush a certain international smuggling ring? If your search for smuggled goods has led you here, then isn't this feeling I have related to this case?
I'm relieved you haven't lost your touch, even though you've turned in your badge. I've heard about your situation. From Scruffy over there. Sorry, sir, I just wanted to help out somehow. I got whipped a whole lot, but it was worth it in the end.
A wise decision, detective. ... Francisca, are you the one in charge of this case? Isn't Interpol pursuing the black market auction?
And what if I am? That's not something you need to know.
So you knew about all this from the very beginning. You knew the black market auction was being held right here.
Hey, mind if I butt in? How about that guy who turned up dead? Hold it! Why does she not ever hold it? I thought she should. You! Hey, I ain't done talking yet. You ain't taking a lick. So she does whip women. Oh my gosh. This case doesn't even need a fragment of your faulty testimony. What are you saying? I'm a bona fide journalist. Ow! Back then, you gave false testimony. This one, Karma, seems to really dislike Lotta.
I can't say she's fond of her.
Ain't that Crane gal one of them PIC members? She's the spitting image of the conductor. I reckon she's... Youch! She hit me again. What is the meaning of this? Answer me, Miles Edgeworth!
For Miss Hart's testimony, we obtained a description of what the conductor was wearing. And it matches what the victim Jill Crane was wearing.
You mean to say, the one who was murdered was the conductor? Miss Von Karma, maybe you should calm. It would seem that a new fact has been brought to light. Indeed, I came here in pursuit of the black market auction, in order to arrest the organizer of the event. In other words, the conductor.
If we believe Miss Hart's testimony, the conductor is already dead. Wouldn't this mean that your investigation has ended in vain?
That's right. However, I swear in my name that it will not return empty-handed. I challenge you, Miles Edgeworth, to a duel!
No, I'm just kidding. On the next exciting episode, everyone, we'll see exactly what she is challenging us to. What is it gonna be? I don't know. I'm curious, but we'll find out next time, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye! Bye!
You foolish fool! Why are you ending this episode now?